As women move beyond the age of 50, the body goes through significant hormonal and metabolic changes that directly affect hair health. One of the most common concerns during this stage of life is hair thinning, slower growth, and increased shedding. Certain nuts can play a powerful supportive role in improving these issues because they deliver a concentrated supply of nutrients that hair follicles need to survive and function properly. Hair follicles are among the most metabolically active structures in the body, which means they require a constant flow of energy, healthy fats, vitamins, and minerals. When these needs are not met, hair enters a resting phase sooner, leading to noticeable hair fall. Nuts such as walnuts, almonds, Brazil nuts, and pistachios are especially valuable because they provide healthy fats that strengthen the outer layer of the hair strand and protect the scalp. Walnuts are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which help reduce inflammation in the scalp. Chronic low-grade inflammation is a hidden cause of hair loss in many older women, as it restricts blood flow and limits the delivery of oxygen and nutrients to hair follicles. By calming inflammation, omega-3 fats allow follicles to remain active longer, supporting thicker and stronger hair growth over time. Almonds contribute a different but equally important benefit. They are rich in vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant that protects hair follicles from oxidative stress. As the body ages, free radical damage increases, weakening hair roots and accelerating hair thinning. Vitamin E helps neutralize this damage, keeping the scalp environment healthier and more supportive of hair growth. Almonds also contain magnesium and biotin-related compounds that help improve hair texture and reduce breakage, making hair appear fuller even when growth is slow. Brazil nuts are especially important for women over 50 because they are one of the richest natural sources of selenium. Selenium plays a critical role in thyroid hormone metabolism, and thyroid imbalance is a common cause of hair loss in older women. Adequate selenium supports proper thyroid function and helps protect hair follicles from oxidative damage. However, Brazil nuts should be eaten in moderation, as too much selenium can have the opposite effect and contribute to hair shedding. Pistachios provide zinc, protein, and healthy fats that support the repair and regeneration of hair tissue. Zinc is essential for the hair growth cycle, as it helps regulate oil glands around hair follicles and supports cell division. When zinc levels are low, hair growth slows and shedding increases. By supplying this mineral naturally, pistachios help maintain stronger roots and reduce excessive hair fall. What makes nuts particularly beneficial for women over 50 is their ability to support multiple systems at once. They improve circulation, reduce inflammation, protect against oxidative stress, and supply building blocks needed for hair structure. When consumed regularly in balanced portions, nuts help create a nourishing internal environment that allows hair follicles to stay in the growth phase longer. While nuts alone cannot reverse genetic or hormonal hair loss completely, they can significantly slow thinning, improve hair strength, and enhance overall scalp health, making them a valuable addition to a hair-supportive diet at this stage of life. After the age of 50, hormonal shifts, especially the gradual decline of estrogen, have a profound impact on hair health. Estrogen plays a key role in keeping hair in its growth phase for longer periods. When estrogen levels drop during menopause, hair follicles become more sensitive to other hormones, particularly androgens, which can shorten the hair growth cycle and lead to thinning, slower regrowth, and increased shedding. This is why many women notice that their hair becomes finer, weaker, or starts falling out more easily after midlife. During this stage, nutrition becomes one of the most important tools for supporting hair health, and nuts can play a meaningful role in helping the body adapt to these changes. As hormonal balance shifts, the body's ability to absorb and utilize nutrients also changes. Hair follicles rely heavily on nutrients like zinc, selenium, vitamin E, magnesium, and healthy fats to function properly. When these nutrients are lacking, hair growth slows down and more follicles enter the resting phase. Nuts provide a dense, natural source of these critical nutrients, making them especially valuable for women over 50 who may not be absorbing nutrients as efficiently as they once did. By regularly consuming nutrient-rich nuts, the body receives steady support for maintaining stronger hair roots and healthier follicles. Another major issue after 50 is reduced scalp circulation. Aging blood vessels can become less flexible, limiting the delivery of oxygen and nutrients to hair follicles. Healthy fats found in nuts, particularly monounsaturated and omega fatty acids, help support cardiovascular health and improve blood flow. Better circulation means hair follicles receive the nourishment they need to stay active. When follicles are properly nourished, hair strands grow stronger and are less likely to fall out prematurely. This is especially important for women experiencing diffuse, thinning across the scalp rather than patchy hair loss. Inflammation also tends to increase with age, often due to stress, poor sleep, metabolic changes, or dietary imbalances. Chronic inflammation can damage hair follicles and disrupt the natural growth cycle, pushing hair into the shedding phase more quickly. Nuts contain antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds that help calm this internal inflammation. Vitamin E, polyphenols, and healthy fats work together to protect scalp tissue and create a healthier environment for hair growth. When inflammation is reduced, follicles are more likely to remain productive and resilient. Protein intake becomes another critical factor as women age. Hair is made primarily of keratin, a protein structure that depends on a steady supply of amino acids. Many women over 50 unknowingly consume less protein than their bodies need, which can weaken hair and slow regrowth. Nuts provide plant-based protein that helps support the rebuilding and maintenance of hair fibers. While nuts alone are not a complete protein source, they contribute meaningfully when combined with other protein-rich foods. Perhaps most importantly, nuts help stabilize blood sugar levels, which indirectly affects hormone balance. Frequent blood sugar spikes can increase insulin resistance and worsen hormonal imbalances that contribute to hair thinning. The combination of fiber, healthy fats, and protein in nuts slows digestion and promotes steady energy release. This metabolic stability supports hormonal health, which in turn benefits hair growth. For women over 50, this makes nuts not just a food for hair, but a tool for overall balance and long-term hair support. One of the most important factors influencing hair health in women over 50 is inflammation, which often increases quietly with age. This type of low-grade chronic inflammation can develop from hormonal changes, stress, poor sleep, blood sugar imbalances, or long-term dietary habits. When inflammation affects the scalp, it interferes with normal hair follicle function. Blood flow becomes restricted, oxygen delivery decreases, and follicles receive fewer nutrients. As a result, hair follicles may shrink, weaken, or enter the resting phase earlier than they should, leading to thinning hair and increased shedding. Managing inflammation is therefore essential for maintaining healthy hair growth, and certain nuts play a valuable role in this process. Omega-3 fatty acids found in nuts such as walnuts are especially powerful in reducing inflammation throughout the body, including the scalp. These fats help regulate inflammatory pathways and reduce the production of molecules that damage hair follicles. For women over 50, this is particularly important because declining estrogen levels reduce the body's natural anti-inflammatory protection. Omega-3s help fill that gap by calming irritated scalp tissue and supporting healthier hair follicle activity. When inflammation is controlled, follicles can stay in the growth phase longer, allowing hair to grow thicker and stronger over time. Improved circulation is another benefit of omega-3 rich nuts. Healthy blood flow is critical for hair growth because hair follicles depend on a steady supply of oxygen and nutrients to produce new strands. As blood vessels age, they may become less flexible, limiting nutrient delivery to the scalp. Omega-3 fats help improve blood vessel function and promote better circulation, ensuring that hair follicles receive what they need to stay active. This improved nutrient delivery supports stronger roots and reduces the likelihood of excessive hair shedding. Omega-3 fatty acids also support scalp hydration, which is often overlooked but essential for hair health. A dry, irritated scalp can weaken hair roots and contribute to breakage and shedding. Omega-3s help maintain the natural oil barrier of the scalp, preventing dryness and flaking. A well-hydrated scalp provides a stable environment for hair follicles, reducing mechanical stress on hair strands and improving overall hair texture. For women over 50, who often experience drier skin and scalp due to hormonal changes, this benefit is especially valuable. Beyond their anti-inflammatory effects, omega-3s also protect hair follicles from oxidative stress. As the body ages, free radicals accumulate and damage cells, including those responsible for hair production. Oxidative stress can shorten the hair growth cycle and weaken hair strands. Omega-3 fatty acids help counteract this damage by supporting antioxidant defenses within the body. This protection allows follicles to remain healthier and more resilient, even as aging processes accelerate. Regular consumption of omega-3 rich nuts also supports overall metabolic and hormonal balance, which indirectly affects hair growth. Stable metabolism and reduced systemic inflammation help regulate hormones that influence hair follicles. When the internal environment is balanced, hair growth becomes more efficient and less prone to disruption. While omega-3s alone cannot completely reverse age-related hair thinning, they can significantly slow its progression and improve hair strength and density. By reducing inflammation, improving circulation, maintaining scalp hydration, and protecting against oxidative damage, omega-3 rich nuts provide comprehensive support for hair health in women over 50. When included consistently as part of a balanced diet, they help create the internal conditions needed for healthier, thicker, and more resilient hair during this stage of life. While nuts are widely known for their health benefits, consuming them in the wrong way or in excessive amounts can contribute to hair fall rather than preventing it, especially in women over 50. One of the most common mistakes is overconsumption. Nuts are highly concentrated sources of fats, calories, and certain nutrients, and when eaten in large quantities, they can disrupt nutritional balance. For example, excessive intake of omega-6 fatty acids, which are abundant in many nuts, can promote inflammation when not balanced with enough omega-3s. Chronic inflammation negatively affects hair follicles by restricting blood flow and pushing hair into the shedding phase earlier than normal. Another issue arises from nutrient overload, particularly with fat-soluble vitamins and minerals. Some nuts, such as Brazil nuts, contain very high levels of selenium. While selenium is essential for hair growth and thyroid function, too much of it can be toxic and may actually trigger hair shedding, brittle hair, and scalp irritation. Similarly, excessive intake of vitamin A or vitamin E, whether through nuts or supplements taken alongside them, can disrupt the hair growth cycle. Hair follicles are sensitive to nutrient imbalances, and excess can be just as harmful as deficiency. Highly processed nut products are another hidden cause of hair fall. Salted, sugar-coated, roasted in unhealthy oils, or flavored nuts often contain additives that increase oxidative stress and inflammation in the body. High sodium intake can affect circulation, while added sugars can spike insulin levels and worsen hormonal imbalances. These metabolic disturbances can weaken hair follicles over time. For women over 50, whose bodies may already be dealing with insulin resistance or hormonal fluctuations, these processed products can quietly worsen hair thinning. Food sensitivities and allergies also play a role. Some women may not realize that their bodies react negatively to certain nuts. Even mild sensitivities can trigger chronic low-grade inflammation in the gut, which interferes with nutrient absorption. When the gut is inflamed, the body struggles to absorb essential minerals like zinc, iron, and magnesium, all of which are critical for hair growth. Poor absorption means hair follicles are deprived of the nutrients they need, leading to increased shedding despite consuming seemingly healthy foods. Another contributing factor is imbalance in the overall diet. Relying too heavily on nuts while neglecting other food groups can lead to deficiencies in protein, iron, or vitamin D. Hair requires a wide range of nutrients to grow properly, and no single food can provide everything. When nuts replace balanced meals instead of complementing them, hair health may suffer. For women over 50 who already face age-related declines in nutrient absorption, this imbalance can accelerate hair thinning. Portion size also matters greatly. A small handful of nuts per day is generally enough to provide benefits without overwhelming the body. Consuming large quantities daily can strain digestion, increase calorie intake, and disrupt metabolic health. Weight gain, blood sugar instability, and increased inflammation can all indirectly contribute to hair loss. Ultimately, nuts support hair health only when consumed mindfully. Choosing raw or lightly roasted nuts, balancing omega-6 intake with omega-3 sources, eating moderate portions, and paying attention to how the body responds are key steps. When these factors are ignored, even nutritious foods like nuts can become contributors to hair fall rather than solutions, especially for women navigating the physiological changes that come after 50. One of the most important factors in using nuts to support hair health, especially for women over 50, is understanding that moderation and quality matter far more than quantity. Hair follicles are highly sensitive to changes in the body's internal environment, including inflammation levels, hormone balance, digestion, and nutrient availability. Eating the right amount of high-quality nuts can support these systems, while overeating or choosing poor-quality nut products can create imbalances that lead to increased hair fall rather than regrowth. Moderation is essential because nuts are nutrient-dense and calorie-rich. While they provide healthy fats, vitamins, and minerals that nourish hair follicles, consuming them in excess can place stress on digestion and metabolism. This stress can increase inflammation and disrupt blood sugar balance, both of which negatively affect hair growth. For women over 50, metabolic efficiency often declines, making the body more sensitive to excess calories and fats. A small handful of nuts per day is usually enough to deliver benefits without overwhelming the system. Quality is equally important. Raw or lightly roasted nuts retain their natural nutrients and healthy fats, which support scalp health and hair follicle function. In contrast, heavily processed nuts, such as those that are deep fried, sugar-coated, or heavily salted, often contain damaged fats and additives that promote inflammation. These processed products can impair circulation and increase oxidative stress, weakening hair roots over time. Choosing clean, minimally processed nuts helps maintain a healthier internal environment that supports steady hair growth. Balancing different types of nuts is another key aspect of moderation. Many nuts are high in omega-6 fatty acids, which are essential but can promote inflammation when consumed in excess. Without enough omega-3 fats to balance them, this imbalance may worsen scalp inflammation and accelerate hair thinning. Including omega-3 rich options like walnuts and keeping portions controlled helps maintain a healthier fat ratio that supports hair follicle longevity. This balance is especially important for women over 50, whose natural anti-inflammatory defenses are reduced due to hormonal changes. Listening to the body's response is also crucial. Some women may have sensitivities to certain nuts that cause digestive discomfort, bloating, or subtle inflammation. Even mild reactions can interfere with nutrient absorption, depriving hair follicles of zinc, iron, and other minerals essential for growth. Paying attention to how the body reacts after consuming specific nuts allows women to choose the varieties that support their health rather than hinder it. Another important aspect of quality is freshness. Nuts that are old or improperly stored can develop rancid oils, which increase oxidative stress when consumed. Oxidative stress damages cells, including those responsible for hair production. Storing nuts in airtight containers and consuming them fresh helps protect their beneficial fats and ensures they contribute positively to hair health. Ultimately, nuts should be viewed as a supportive component of a balanced diet, not a standalone solution. When eaten in moderation, chosen carefully, and combined with adequate protein, vitamins, minerals, hydration, and stress management, nuts help create an internal environment where hair follicles can thrive. For women over 50, this mindful approach maximizes the hair, supporting benefits of nuts while minimizing the risk of hair fall caused by imbalance or overconsumption.